Hey everybody, Alex, healthhacksreview.com. So this is a quick little video on this vibration machine called Hypervibe. So I'm actually selling this, so it's the purpose of my video. I do have this one that was used for, I'd say maybe like a month. It was used very, very little, and this was supposed to be done with some review videos on it. That was the purpose of getting this machine last year. But yeah, it just kind of sat around in a box without much use. And I was actually using, for myself personally, a couple other machines mainly. And so this one in particular, again, just was used for a couple videos and didn't really get much usage. So I consider it brand new, pretty much, close to brand new. And currently this is priced at $999. This machine, just so you know, as of 2 years ago, used to be priced at $1,500. Which even back then at that price tag was a steal. That was a great deal, in my opinion. This is one of the most original companies for the consumer market. They were kind of the first company essentially to do all the research and development on these really expensive vibration machines in the market that were, you know, $9, $10, up to $20,000, usually in that range. Nobody could afford them, but they had the high performance levels that were appropriate for the benefits that we saw in all the clinical research studies. But most people just couldn't afford that. So this company actually spent a lot of money and a lot of years trying to say, hey, how are we going to get that performance but make it more reasonable for consumers? So they've been around a long time, company out of Australia. They do sell in multiple countries internationally. So here are the specifications. So even at $999 now, which I think is honestly priced a little too low for a retail. And I'm selling mine, by the way, for $750 used, but nearly brand new, which I'll ship to you. That is my price, but these are the specifications. So frequency range 5 to 20 hertz. So right there, that frequency range is only achieved by maybe 5 to whatever it is, 7% of brands. So maybe like 5 brands in the entire industry, something like that, actually get that frequency range. Most brands will get to either 9 to 15 hertz. Even if the company is telling you they're getting more than that, usually they're lying. So about 90% of the time, most other brands are lying about their specifications related to speed. And you can actually prove they're lying multiple ways. There's third-party engineering firm reports. You can also use a laser tachometer, which I show in some of my old vibration videos on my YouTube channel. And you can actually bring that around and actually prove that they're lying. It's just unbelievable that they do that. So right then and there, what I'm basically pointing out here is for $750 for this used machine, or a new one. If you want to buy a new one, you can certainly contact me as well. But even at that point, it's still stronger than most of the machines on the market. So it's like unbelievable, the price. That's what I'm saying. I still think it's priced too low. There's machines that are currently being sold commonly for $2,000 to $4,000 that don't even reach 15 hertz or reach 15 hertz max. Okay, that's common. So people are getting pretty ripped off. The G-force on this is 10 Gs. It's 10 Gs if you have the max amplitude, so you have the widest stance on the plate, then you'll get actually 10 Gs. Totally achievable. Great amplitude here. It's a pretty wide machine. It's comfortable. There's no back tower on it. Sometimes that gets in the way of certain exercise movements, so I prefer not to have it. But you can always purchase it. If you just go down here and click on towers, I can actually sell you a tower with it. And the towers are, let's see what the prices are. So you have a docking tower, just so you know. So what does that mean? That means that you can actually temporarily attach this on and remove it if you want to move the machine around, if you want more portability. So it's like a temporary, you know, it's not permanently fixed. $499 is the price. $299 if you want the bolted permanent tower. So you can actually order that and add it onto the machine if you want, which is, by the way, the only company that has that, where you can actually get detachable towers, which I think is awesome. It's pivotal movement, just so you know. So that means it's seesaw. One side goes up, one side goes down, like a seesaw, which is the more natural movement that your hips and your body is used to doing, climbing stairs, running, walking. That's how the hips normally move. So that's why most people prefer a pivotal. This is also known, if you see the word oscillatory, that is also the same type of plate motion, just so you know. Machine weighs 54 pounds. You know, I don't know, I move a lot of weight, so it doesn't feel too heavy for me, but that might feel pretty heavy to some people, but it's manageable. You know, you can get it in your car, you can take it places. It is kind of portable. The maximum user rate, it can actually take a little bit more than this, but they're just being cautious and being conservative. So that's unusual, by the way, 310 for a little plate like that. It can handle a lot of power. So I think that's all I wanted to say about this machine. I think for the price point, it's the best value machine on the market right now. Again, I think it's priced a little too low in my opinion, but whatever. It's the company's, you know, deal with their marketing. And then they also do have a machine that is stronger than this. They have a G14, they have a G17. This one's 14 Gs. So the previous one that I'm selling used is 10 Gs, like 9 to 10 Gs, depending on where you stand on it. And then this one's 14. And then they also have a 17. So both the 14 and the 17, by the way, more so the 17, pretty much rivals the performance of a Galileo Fitness, which is the gold standard, you know, was considered one of the best oscillatory machines made from Germany, still made, sold mostly over in Europe. It's $15,000, and it's a great machine. But this machine for $29.99 has pretty much the same specs for the most part. So that's a steal. Again, this company found a way to basically take that kind of level of engineering and just develop it for less. And I've seen these machines hold up for 10 years in a commercial studio, and 7 to 10 years is probably the range. And then at that point, why I say it holds up till what point, maybe 7 to 10 years, then what they do is they just usually open the top and they, with a wrench, just tighten a belt, usually is common. And then it keeps on going. These machines are just incredibly durable. So if you are planning to use it just at home, you'll get a lifetime of usage out of it. Maybe you have to have something repaired, but the good news is good machines that are properly engineered, so that have high level engineering in them, which again, most machines aren't, you can actually just get an electrician and get a part from the company or whatever's needed, and the electrician just locally can come in and fix that machine. It's no big deal. If you get other machines that are much more cheaply engineered, they're designed not to, first off, not to last long. Second, they are not really easily fixable. Let's just put it that way. You either have to send the whole machine back, but most companies don't even take the machines back, and or if you have a really good electrical mechanical engineer, you know, they might be able to figure it out. It's just generally kind of a gray area with a lot of other machines. But this brand can be easily repaired. And I think that's important because you might as well buy this machine once and have it for the rest of your life and keep it going. So you can do that. By the way, last point I want to touch on, they do have these mats here. It's called the step mat combo. You can also order these from me if you want these, that keep you level with the machine so you can do different types of exercise movements. Yeah, so, and then they also come with a little mat for the top of the plate, so it's a little softer on elbows or hands. It can soften, just the feeling of the force. And the other machine, by the way, so this one does look tall to you, because it is. This is the G17, just by the way. It's 7 inches or whatever it is off the ground. The other plate I'm talking about is like 4. It's like 3 to 4, so it's less of a step up. Maybe a little more easy to manage for different exercise movements, even without these. And of course, most exercises are done while on the machine, but you can also do upper body exercises where you get more load down like this. If you want the best results possible with any vibration machine, I always recommend you do the widest amount of exercises as possible, at least maybe like 4 to 5 different types of movements, some static movements and some actual active motions. That is ideal. If, again, you want to get the most benefits. A lot of people just stand there the whole time. That's okay, but I'm just saying you'll get more widespread benefits if you do more of the exercise routines, and you want to do them correctly. So I always say get yourself a physical trainer who's going to walk you through these different exercises according to the manual and the videos. And with Hypervibe, you also get access to a portal online with training and a physical therapist or a personal trainer. You can just hire locally or just grab them from a gym. You say, I'll pay you $45, just walk me through these exercises. make sure that I'm not messing anything up here, that I'm doing good form, I'm doing functional movements. So see, a lot of people just get these machines and they're just like, oh, I'll just look at the picture and I'll figure it out. And it's like, well, you know, if you want good results in a gym or exercise, generally you need some kind of training. And it's hard to convert looking at a screen with, you really need to have somebody who knows what they're doing just look at you and correct the mistakes you're making. Once you learn how to do the movements properly, it takes 1-2 sessions, you're off and running. Then you can get the max results possible because you know how to self-correct. And this is something that most companies don't talk about. They just want to sell you a machine and say, oh, just stand on it, it's like magic, and look at those pictures and try to copy the pictures. Good luck. And most of those machines out there are pretty weak, are low energy machines, very low G-force. So chances of really hurting yourself or having bad benefits is not that high. With real machines that have real power and give you real results, well, you'd want to pay attention to using it properly. So that means paying attention to good training. And this is just, again, something you don't see about. So anyways, that's it for this video. I kind of ended up going on this huge tangent. Honestly, the purpose of the video was just to say, hey, I'm selling this G10 machine. Oh, why am I selling it? It's simply because I'm relocating to Hawaii. I know, I'm so lucky. I'm starting a huge health types of facility, center, retreat place out there. And I'm just trying to cut down on weight. These things weigh a lot. And actually, I can probably pull off just FedExing all my stuff there in boxes, all my personal stuff, which is awesome. But I just, I don't use the machine, and why do I want to pay to ship it over there? Yeah, I can always buy new machines if I need to when I'm on the island. So that's my reason. Anyways, you can contact me on my website directly by live chat or email, and then we can discuss it further. Thanks.